Would you like to try that event? It's calling your name. This activity promises to be engaging. Resuming progression on the playlist. Before letting you drift in the wild, the MOTORFEST invites you to try your hand-burning rubber or professional track drifting. It's your chance to gain a little confidence, and you'll never slide alone either. Your host came to Hawaii with her crew to teach Japanese street racing. She's a lover of drifting and didn't want to leave without giving a little masterclass. The first events are individual scoring events. Earn maximum points by drifting as long as possible. Hinata might have a tip or two that you could use.
Hey, Drifter! Remember me? Didn't think we'd meet again. I'm so happy. You made such a great impression with your Supra, Shingo even wanted to put the same Dragon sticker on his NSX. Honestly, you should come and see his car. Otherwise, he might sulk. Okay, let's focus. As you know, drifting is a bit of a hobby of mine. My job is to coach you by sharing my favorite drills. It's gonna be so cool. My first piece of advice is simple. If you want to drift, just accelerate and drift. This may sound basic, but it's the key. Your Nismo is powerful enough to slide along on its own when you're at high speed, so don't be afraid to keep your foot on the gas. Once you start, the only challenge is managing your tire placement. See that there was a Ferris wheel here? And flying sharks too? I'm gonna stay here forever.
Well done. Let's move on to the following event. Let's go spinning in central Hawaii. Another drifting module has been specially designed for this series. High above the ground, among the wind turbines, definitely not your average drift experience. You'll just have to slide and let the wind carry you, while trying to maintain your drift combo, of course. will be well armed. Let's move on to a leading European drift brand, BMW. It's one of the brands you see most on professional drift circuits. Today, it's going to be the M5 Drift Edition for you. It holds the world record for the longest drift, 8 hours. No one's asking you to go that far, but going after the series record is clearly on the table. Track drifting session in sight.
I love European cars, but I know almost nothing about them. Except that yours is a 953 horsepower, front-engine, rear-wheel drive car that supports its 1,848 kilo curb weight when it throws itself into a curve. Anyway, you're gonna show me what it's worth. On how to link the turns? I call it the boogie drift of killing death. Don't ask. While you're in a bend, release the throttle, turn the steering wheel to change course, and hit the throttle again. This weight transfer allows you to change direction quickly. Your turn. You've got great feel for this. Get that combo. Keep swinging. Nice one. You shined like a sliding star.
No time to rest on your laurels. Keep going, driver. I think the next module is even crazier. Just like the car that's waiting for you there. We're a few minutes from the track, so how about I give you 3 clues and you try to guess the car? Ready? So riddle me this. What if I say butterfly doors? I admit, the first hint was too vague. What about stainless steel bodywork? Okay, last one. One of this car's sisters is a famous time machine. Finally arrived. I thought I was going to give it away. Don't worry if you haven't worked out the answer yet, as you're about to see it. You won't travel through time with that one, but it will take you on one hell of a drifting ride. Oh, one last thing. Avoid touching the cones. You might lose your combo. Good luck on this last track drifting event, driver.
Wait a minute. Are you telling me they built a drift machine out of a DeLorean? Genius! No way I'm leaving this island without giving it a try. And this place is wonderful. Okay, let me get myself together. Good. The faster you go, the more points you score. Nice. There's no flux capacitor on this model, but you have nitro for sure. As well as giving you a boost, nitro can put you back on track when you're drifting too far on the edges. Master this, and you'll be a drift god. I'm serious. At this rate, you're going for the eternal drift. It's the drift way to heaven. Beautiful, but a bit high. Actually, I think I'm gonna puke. Nice one. Don't leave any points for the others. After this, you're off the beaten track, and it's going to be even tougher. destiny holds for you.
Well done. Let's move on to the following event. It's now time to put your new skills to the test with the most traditional drifting discipline. The next events are confrontations with nature. 2 toge time attacks on winding volcanic roads. Toge. You experienced it with the street racing car during your epic Made in Japan performance. But the game's changed. The Drift Experience series has its requirements, meaning that you can only drive a drift car, but certainly not a boring drift car. Sober but imposing, the perfect car to get through this first Toge in style.
toge business. You have all the skills a pro drifter can have. Now it's about being thorough. You've already beaten Hayato. What do you have to fear today? Sure, you were driving the best car in the world that night, my RX-7, but still, you were on fire. Remember how to ride a bike? It's the same. Your eyes guide the vehicle. Once you've taken the inside track, look for the outside to anticipate the next move and not lose your combo. This descent can be tricky. If you want my opinion, no need to look for the perfect drift. The faster you get to the finish line, the higher your score will be. Swing that, Shelby. Even legends need to be roughed up sometimes. Nice one.
Great job, but the journey is far from over. You are expected on the other side of the volcano. There's still a scoring event to hit. After an old-fashioned ride, you might want to try a more recent car. It's a major Japanese supercar, transformed into a super drifter. The MOTORFEST team's put a lot of work into it. Camber adjustment in the front, 200 kilos shaved off the scale, but above all, it's got a 900 horsepower boost. Let me present one of the new monsters of the festival. The 2021 Toyota Super Drift Edition. This time attack is the end of the Togi segment, driver. Enjoy this last solitary moment.
Toge dance. Same drifting song. 3 minutes to make the best score. You know what to do. I'll let you handle it. And you can always count on my special move, the boogie drift of killing death. What Toyota did with this new Supra, the 5th generation of a myth. Only 3 turns left on that route. Come on, you can make it before the end of the countdown. One down. The second. Finish! Cross that line! That was so intense.
Well done. Let's move on to the following event. No point looking for this super in a shop, driver. The only one way to get this MOTORFEST edition is to finish on the podium. Sure, you're gonna have to fight for it, but I've got intel that may fire you up. Truth is, the MOTORFEST designed this drift experience to answer one question. Can a drift car race street cars? Get ready for a duel of the schools. Drifters versus street racers. Let's call this a do-over. Opponents won't just be names on a board anymore. They're waiting for you on the grid with their street rides. Trust your new drifting skills. They will make the difference. Lamborghini skid? Well, you're about to. For this first rodeo, we're giving you a fully prepped Lamborghini Aventador with extra attitude. Not your average Lambo.
For your first race. And we finally meet our street enemies. This is gonna be interesting. wild with every acceleration. So hold your reins tight. The street racers are just waiting for you to come off the road. Well done, Drifter. Big sliding coming on the left. I make a pretty good co-pilot. Maybe I can be useful. Expect a big turn sequence in now. Left. Then right. Don't forget the nitro if you slip too hard. It'll straighten you out. Degree angle. Prepare to take the inside track. See you in the next episode, Bambini.
Great job, but the journey is far from over. So, driver, you see how a drift car can challenge streetcars now? Every turn you encounter becomes an advantage that others don't have. And good news, there are plenty of curves where you're heading. This car belongs to a line of traditional racing champions, the Skyline GTRs. These cars were game changers in the 90s. Monsters created to win absolutely everything. The R34 you're about to drive is a worthy descendant. You know it from street and drag races in the past. Now let's see if it's a big deal in drifting.
Team 1, Street Team 0. I'm running out of things to teach you. Maybe I'll just enjoy the show. Nostalgic for our wagon moment. Whew, you already know the car. But this one, what style? You're giving the competition a real fashion lesson. When you manage to drift this bulky bodywork, it's just magic. Your choice. Both are impressive in their own way. Long slide incoming. did you?
Great job, but the journey is far from over. Epilogue time. If you want to train one last time, follow Waimea Valley. The mountain road will take you to the climax. Icon. There is no other word for the next car. Besides being a natural-born drifter, this car is just the most precious thing in the world for your host. No need to say more. You already know the car and what it's capable of. We just couldn't go with any other car for the last drift versus street race. The RX-7, a drifting emperor.
I'm so moved to see you with the RX-7 again. It's giving me goosebumps. Even more so with this new style. Is ready to leave its nest. What more can I say? Well, maybe one thing. Show these guys what a true drifter is. Vicious. Be careful, there are a few more like that. Drift Dragon. The next sequence will be tight. Final stretch. Give it everything! Congratulations! That was just perfect. See you later.
Make sure to get your vehicle reward, driver. This series is coming to an end. You've unlocked a previously locked playlist. Want to give it a shot? New playlist ahead. Let's go! again. Ocean and sky. Can you fly and sail as well as you drive? Let's see what's coming up. Going to need a boat to access the first event. Use the fast boat vehicle switch and onward tow, sailor. The championship is about to begin, and it'll start with the powerboat race around smaller islands of the archipelago. You can use this short joyride to get better acclimated to your boat. Once the race is on, you will want to know what you're doing. We're here. The ocean is yours for the taking.
This is Sean Babaloo.
And this is Bob Schwartz. We're talking to you live from Hawaii, where we'll be following yet another MOTORFEST series. A very special one, to say the least.
Indeed, no rubber or asphalt today. The competition you're about to follow is all about boats and planes, ocean and sky.
Waves and wind.
That's right. And as you happen to be the boat specialist, Bob, the floor is all yours.
Thanks, Sean. Indeed, we're starting right off the bat with some serious inshore powerboat racing. The ocean is nice and flat. Perfect for our competitors to show us how well they can handle these speedsters. If they use their trim right, they'll be able to push their machines to their maximum.
These things are fast, man. And I'm especially curious about that red trident-shaped boat right there. What model is that?
This peculiar one-seater, my friend, is another unique MOTORFEST creation. A compact yet aggressive speedboat, the Water Rocket. Funny that this specific boat caught your eye. Its pilot is actually one of the newcomers who's recently been rocking MOTORFEST.
Interesting. Well, I guess we're not letting this promising challenger out of our sight then. And that's one lap down.
Avoid those rocks.
Person here, but I have to admit this series is off to a good start. I see a lot of skills down there.
You're absolutely right, Sean. Plus, we've got Hawaii on its Sunday best. Careful, it may not last.
About to reach the finish line. Hang in there, buddy.
That's Water Rocket, Sean. Try to keep up. We're off to a beautiful start. I didn't have my morning coffee, but with this kind of show, I don't think I'll need one.
Excellent warm-up, Bob. Now, let's fly.
Great job, but the journey is far from over. You've experienced the ocean. Now it's time to take to the skies. This is an opportunity to see the island like you've never seen before. Everything, everywhere, all at once.
everyone. This is Bob Schwartz and Sean Babaloo. What's up, Sean?
All good here, Bob. The first airborne trial has started, as you all know. These are individual races against the clock, and we're currently following our standout contestant from earlier. Come on, Water Rocket. Show them what you got.
Well, it truly brings a tear to my eye to see you so enthusiastic, Sean. You're again. So, what's your feeling on this?
The weather conditions still seem reasonable, allowing our pilots to take advantage of these nice wind currents without any real turbulence. I'm really curious to see how the up-and-coming Water Rocket will take advantage of that. Let's see how it'll turn out.
Do you really think the newbie stands a chance in this competition?
Trust me, Robert, I can feel it in my bones. As you can see, some of the risky segments here require flying real close to the mountains. following the ridge of the mountain.
A great spot for motocross. Off-roading addicts, this is for you.
And welcome to Hawaii. Down and through the arch. Beechcraft Stagger Wing is truly a beautiful piece, isn't it? And a great choice for that flight. If you take a look at its side, you'll notice that it bears an unusual negative wing stagger design, which means its upper wing is positioned behind the lower one.
Matter of visibility, I presume.
You're absolutely right, Bob, among other things. Watch closely, everyone. You don't see such a hot antique going all out like this every day.
Honolulu just appeared on the horizon. Oh, that's a great sight.
This flight ends above the breathtaking MOTORFEST playground. A great time for the Stagger Wing and its promising pilot.
Well, I'm staggered.
Great job, but the journey is far from over. Now that you've seen both sides of this playlist, you know what you've got yourself into. Championship is on, and the next event is just a few minutes south of here. You'll be getting back in the water for a powerboat race that will take place around the stunning Hanama racetrack. Since you'll be surfing around the Alpha GP's turf, this obviously calls for a fitting boat, right? Don't worry, we got you covered with the Ice Marine Blade Runner. Don't forget to trim your boat in the straight lines to gain extra speed.
This is Sean and Bob back on the ocean.
First, the contestants have to go along the racetrack water bridge. The contestants need to push their engine. That race is not going to be easy. Lots of shallow water sections to cross and many obstacles to avoid. That's quite a different lineup that we have here compared to our first aquatic ride. We're going bigger, faster, meaner.
I can see that. Check out this boat. It looks like it's calling for blood.
The Ice Marine Blade Runner 35. British origins, extremely sleek design, a boat that catches the eye. The contestants need to push their engines.
Careful with the rocks.
Things are going to go differently. Shallow waters, narrow paths.
To the Hanama racetrack, and that's one lap.
Second lap. There's everything left to play for. A quick shout out to our friend and colleague Ray Waller, who's hosting the equally remarkable motorsports series just nearby at the Nahoma racetrack.
A real professional. I can almost hear him from here.
Here comes the jump.
scenery here is absolutely stunning.
Absolutely. It kind of reminds me of that trip I took in Barbados with my wife Giselle about 20 years ago. Runner 35 in all its glory. I love that boat. I actually think I should get one.
Well, Bob, I'm not sure Giselle would agree with you on that.
What a win! The first of many, I am sure. The competition continues. Let me gather the new data. Done. Time to go to the skies again. For this new flight, you're going to need sharp reflexes and real steady nerves. Going aerobatic through the canyon, through the city, and more. Low altitude, high pace, and a whole lot of things to avoid. Extreme focus is mandatory here. Your plane, the Sivco Edge, will be ideal for that ride. But it's not going to fly itself, so you're up.
Honestly, you should have seen the colors in that thing. And those custom designs, whew, real masterpiece. No joke, this Bake-Off season finale was a real Hello, we're back live. Welcome back, everyone.
Hey, Sean, we're back indeed for our second air trial, where another contestant has just taken off. Several pilots already had their turns, so we're well suited to tell you that this path is a toughie. Right, Sean?
Well, Bob, you said it. We're talking about a low-altitude aerobatic flight through the canyon and other fun stuff. Highly technical and dangerous. Good luck out there, water rocket.
hard to handle.
Yeah, MOTORFEST sure isn't sparing these pilots, and believe me, they're clearly not out of the woods yet.
Look at this guy, cleverly teasing what's coming next.
Above the lovely Hawaiian countryside.
Lovely, sure, but better watch for these wind turbines.
almost there. It's just about passing that last gate. Beautiful performance. It's incredible what a Zivco edge and great skills can achieve.
Man and machine working in unison.
What a win! The first of many, I am sure. This is half-time. You've earned a short break. powerboat event you're about to join now stretches along the whole northern coast of the island, from east to west. There aren't as many turns over there, so it'll be like sailing offshore. I wish I could tell you that maintaining your speed and keeping your opponents at bay is all you need to do. But you'll have to deal with choppy sailing conditions. It was just a matter of time. Did you really think you were going to avoid the Hawaiian curls forever? The good thing is, your boat for this race will be the Lamborghini Technomar. I know, this keeps getting better, doesn't it? We're close. Don't forget. Go fast, but watch for those mean waves. One single move can turn the tide.
Here, live and ready for that third round of Ocean and Sky. The race has started, and the 8 boats are already making their way out of the bay. Joys of live broadcasting, my compadre, Mr. Babalu, is being kept elsewhere at the moment. But we're nothing if not adaptable, so let's move forward until he catches up. This time we're going offshore with way bigger boats, including the incredible Lamborghini Technomar. You heard it, a boat made by Lamborghini, inspired by their astonishing Lamborghini Sean. And fellas, look at this Kraken! It's also important to mention that the sea got a little turbulent since the previous race. The competitors will have to deal with that. Look at that swell. Ooh, someone who's never experienced it can't fathom what it's like to sail in speed.
Hey everyone, it's Sean, and I'm back to the studio with my man Bob. What did I miss?
Well, my friend, we're halfway through the race, and the weather conditions are only getting worse.
I can see it. I mean, look at these waves. Choosing larger boats clearly was the wise choice for this race.
contestants need to push their engines.
Come on, water rockets. Gorgeous Lamborghini Technomar like a true sailor. Way to go, water rocket!
You know what? I think I'm also taking a liking to this newcomer.
Great job, but the journey is far from over. Going to need a plane that is both sturdy and maneuverable for what's coming. You'll be flying above the volcano through rough conditions. That's why we have another 20th century legend waiting for you. The crewman F-8F Bearcat. A real fighter. If you're going to look down on the volcano, that plane is your best ally.
Listeners, we're still on, and after quite a rough powerboat ride, it looks like Hawaii is set on making things difficult for our competitors.
That's right. After dealing with a pretty choppy sea, our pilots now have to cope with difficult flying conditions. Don't get fooled by this beautiful sky. Some serious turbulence is to be expected. Let's just hope that volcano doesn't have an extra surprise in store for us down there.
Airplanes, volcanoes, and turbulence. Sounds like a good old direct-to-DVD movie.
Hold on to your seat. It's time to gain altitude. As we speak, our favorite Challenger water rocket is back in the sky for this third flight. In the cockpit of a stunning Grumman F-8F Bearcat, or simply the Bear. As an extremely reliable machine, it has served many purposes back in the day. Combat, aerobatic, air racing, or leisure.
The stories this plane could tell.
For sure. If that thing could speak, you would not be disappointed. Let's go tease the master of the island.
The big old fire mountain.
Look at this. How crazy is that?
MOTORFEST crazy. Talking about the plane, aren't you, Sean?
What a win! The first of many, I am sure. You've made it to the final part of the championship. Just 2 more events to go to settle the score in both disciplines. Everything you've learnt over the 6 previous rounds will be key to snatching the last points that could lead you to the podium. Starts with the ultimate water showdown, a race among ships and carriers in the beautiful Bay of Pearl Harbor. For this, we have a gleaming DCP M31 being prepped for you as we speak, an all-rounder, chosen to get you through all possible situations. No pressure, but quite a crowd has come to see this. What can I say? Your contestants are the stars.
and the contestants are already sailing at full speed. John, this is it, the final round of this series.
You're right. 2 events to go, starting as usual with an encounter at sea.
Look at this light, Sean. The day is young and promising, just like this race.
The ocean has calmed down, but this doesn't mean there isn't any less action. Our drivers out there must be filled with adrenaline and renewed vigor, as these are the last moments to score those final precious points.
You're totally right. These guys are going to play every single card they have. Trimming, nitro, and the best of their sea knowledge.
Gets pretty narrow below these bridges. I'm checking on my #1 contestant, Water Rocket, who's about to enter its second lap.
I'm with you on that. This time, our pilot got a DCB M31, an excellent, reasonably sized performance catamaran. Not as impressive as the Technomar, but way more suitable for that kind of technical inshore showdown. All around the aircraft carrier. Look at that massive ship. Surrounded by manta rays here. Oh, a majestic tribute to the local fauna. Giselle would love that.
Just like a ballet.
Come on, Water Rocket. Now's the time to push. Trim that M31.
The finish line, Bob. The Pacific has been tamed.
A thrilling race, Sean. Way to conclude the ocean part of the competition.
Great job, but the journey is far from over. This last event is for expert pilots only. And I'm not just saying that. You'll be flying at low altitude through downtown Honolulu, among towers and skyscrapers. Meaning, no room for mistakes. You're in the big leagues. Ocean and sky, final flight, start!
fast Challenger is now taking his turn. The plane has taken off, and it's on. Look at the beautiful skyline in the distance. This is precisely where we're headed. Sean, you're up. Your specialty, your protege, your moment.
I'm 100% focused, Bob. This is serious business. Like all the previous contestants before, Water Rocket will have to make it through this extremely technical flight through the city. And the fun has already begun. Careful between these two buildings. You've seen it. Some of these sections are dreadful. Extreme mode is mandatory. All right, now a little detour over the shores, then back to town.
Beautiful view from up here, fellas. We've passed Waikiki Beach and are now going for the second half of this loop. We have the most fantastic view of the famous Diamond Head right now.
Going down. Ooh, careful, not too much. Down to the river, then all the way left. Things are about to get even more treacherous for our pilot.
The sun is now directly ahead. This won't make things easier.
Extremely sharp turn is coming up. We've got to steer the plane all the way to the right. Another sharp left turn. Segments is coming up. It requires a very difficult maneuver.
Well, Sean, we're out of the city. The toughest part is behind us.
That's right, Bob. Just a few more good maneuvers, and then all we have to do is land smoothly. And back home.
Was a flight to remember, Sean.
Seriously, a great finale in a series that kept its promises till the end.
It's time to reap your reward. Your vehicle is ready for you to claim. From the whole MOTORFEST staff, playlist is ready to try. Let's go try it. MOTORFEST is proud to... show you this new playlist. A full-on automobile Lamborghini experience. You heard me right. The best Lamborghini models waiting for you right here on the island.